Sustainability in the long run is not about wind turbines and solar panels and other technologies. Those may be tools that get us to a place, but what we want to sustain is culture and true wealth and health and happiness. And these are the values that we're trying to sustain. And technologies and techniques are ways that can get us there. CapSystem is a full-service renewable energy firm. We do everything from consulting and feasibility studies and design and engineering work all the way straight through installations. We like to say that we kind of work from concept through to commissioning. And our mission is to be the leader in renewable energy in the Caribbean and the Bahamas. Our background is in mechanical engineering. It is in photovoltaic and wind installation. We have experts in all those specific fields. And then obviously we've got 10 years of experience doing this here in the Bahamas. First there was the Island School in 1999. And then in 2001, we created the Deep Creek Middle School. In 2003, we launched the Cape Luther Institute. And the Institute was really pulling from the kind of sustainable development and marine science components of the work that happened at the Island School site. So our connection runs deep on a real value-based level.
CapSystem, as an entrepreneurial arm of our foundation, it's a solely owned subsidiary of the Island School, will send revenue back in to support scholarships for the middle school and the Island School. The best way to describe how CapSystem emerged is to talk about Jack Kenworthy and his history at the Island School. If you look at the project he started, the biofuel project again, that was a student research project with Jack as a science teacher. And now it's saving us upwards of $40,000 a year just with our community.
I think CapSystem is so successful because we are a holistic company. We're comprised of scientists, engineers, designers, and innovators. So at this home here, we're producing solar energy using two of the predominant technologies in the industry in the moment. We've got the photovoltaic technology, which is the ability to produce electricity with the light of the sun. And we've got the solar thermal technology, where we're essentially absorbing heat radiation and transferring that heat into water. The panels that we install, the solar hot water collectors, are rated to a Category 4 hurricane. That's over 150 mile-an-hour wind. So these things are here to stay. When I make these connections on this roof today, I'm turning these bolts for 50 years.
Freedom 2030 is about the future.
This is our chance to really turn things around, to change the course, and to make this place livable for future generations. We wanted to be entirely self-sufficient and free from oil by the year 2030.
Our goal was to create momentum, to galvanize government support behind a concept.
Government supports this initiative. We do. We recognize that if we do not begin to address some of these issues now, we will pay for it later.
So we needed to first articulate the vision. What is it that we're trying to move towards? What does an oil-independent island on the scale of Eleuthera actually look like? A lot of our guests for Freedom 2030 arrived on the evening before. So we brought them in, we had a nice event for dinner and cocktails down by the marina, and I think that gave everybody an opportunity to start to connect with one another and get a sense of organization on our part. People got a chance to take a walking tour of the campus, and I think that's another big asset for us, is that everything that we do, whether it's designing photovoltaic systems, wind systems, food production systems even, and biodiesel, are all in existence on this campus, that you can see them, you can touch them and feel them.
And this is a finished product of biodiesel.
So being able to walk through all those systems before we sit down and really start talking about them on a larger scale is important. And meeting the people who are involved on a daily basis in running the biodiesel lab or in building the furniture out of Casuarina, you really get a sense for the kind of depth of thought, I think, that's gone into designing and building this place over the years. We began with an introduction. Christian Henry, our Chief Financial Officer, gave a welcome, and I gave a presentation on Freedom 2030, which was followed up by a presentation from Jerry Butler, who is the Executive Director for the Caribbean area for Inter-American Development Bank. And he was followed by Minister Fenton Nemore, who's the Minister of State for Public Utilities. Our final speaker in the morning was Honorable Minister Larry Cartwright, who's the Minister for Agriculture and Marine Resources. In the afternoon, we had a representative from National Renewable Energy Laboratories, a gentleman by the name of Dr. Peter Lilienthal. We're a low-lying archipelagic nation, right? And we're in a hurricane belt. We're susceptible to sea level rise. We're the ones that are at risk here. To move Freedom 2030 forward, we're going to need decisive action right away. And I think for us, what that means is two key things. One is we identify funding and we get funds moving to support the study. The other component is to make something go in the ground right away, which is a demonstration project on a large utility scale. What's most important for me is that the students and visitors and people that come here and interact with us get a sense of possibility. They get a sense that there is real ways that have an economic bottom line, that create jobs, that are functional and palatable, that we can do today.